Hello, today is May 13th, 2024, and this article is from investopia.com. I just randomly pulled this one from the internet. I would like to learn more about SWIFT banking system. So the title is What is the SWIFT banking system? It's by Shobhit Seth. Sounds like Jewish, updated September 14th, 2023, reviewed by Samantha Silberstein, also sounds like a Jewish name, fact-checked by Hans Daniel Jespersen, probably Danish, right? Danish, from Denmark. What is the SWIFT banking system? The Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications SWIFT system empowers most international money and security transfers. SWIFT is a vast messaging network used by financial institutions to quickly, accurately, and securely send and receive information, such as money transfer instructions. In this article, we explore what SWIFT does, how it works, and how it makes money. Key takeaways. Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications SWIFT is a member-owned cooperative that provides safe and secure financial transactions for its members. This payment network allows individuals and businesses to take electronic or card payments even if the customer or vendor uses a different bank than the payee. SWIFT is the largest and most streamlined method for international payments and settlements. SWIFT works by assigning each member institution a unique ID code, a BIC number, that identifies the bank name, the country, city, and branch. SWIFT has been used to impose electronic sanctions on Iran, Russia, and Belarus. So that's how it is used. Inside a SWIFT transaction, financial institutions use SWIFT to securely transmit information and instructions through a standardized code system. Although SWIFT, I have some difficulty in pronouncing standardized, right? Standardized code system. Although SWIFT is crucial to global financing infrastructure, it's not a financial institution. SWIFT does not hold or transfer assets, but facilitates secure, efficient communication between member institutions. More than 11,000 global SWIFT member institutions sent an average of 44.8 million messages daily through the network in November 2022. SWIFT assigns each financial organization a unique code with either 8 or 11 characters known as Bank Identifier Code or BIC. The BIC may also use the terms SWIFT code, SWIFT ID, or ISO 9362 code. To understand how the code is assigned, let's look at the Italian bank Unicredit Banca, headquartered in Milan. It has the 8-character SWIFT code UNCRTM. First 4 characters, the institution code UNCR for Unicredit Banca. Next 2 characters, the country code IT for the Italian country Italy. Next 2 characters, the location city code MM for Milan. Last 3 characters optional, but organizations use them to assign codes to individual branches. Here's an example. A customer wants to send money to his friend in Venice, Italy, so he visits a local Bank of America branch. He brings his Italian friend's account number and Venice-based branch information for unique credit banker. This information includes the unique SWIFT code. Bank of America sends a payment transfer message to the unique credit banker branch over the secure SWIFT network. When unique credit banker receives the SWIFT message about incoming payment, it will clear and credit the money to the Italian friend's account. As powerful as SWIFT is, remember that it is only a messaging system. SWIFT does not hold any funds or securities or manage client accounts. It's only for messaging. Tip: when making an international money transfer, the SWIFT BIC code is used to identify your particular bank. How to send money with SWIFT. You may need to send money with SWIFT to family and friends abroad, or to secure a vacation rental, pay tuition, or get other services or merchandise. In general, sending money with SWIFT is the same process as sending a wire transfer. Here are the steps. First, gather these items: recipient's bank name, address, and country, routing code, recipient's full legal name, current address, and account number, SWIFT code of the bank account, your government-issued ID, purpose of sending funds, any other documentation or information required by your bank. Burberry. 1. Go to your bank or log into your bank's system to request an international wire. 2. Make sure you understand all fees and limits associated with sending cash abroad. 3. You may be asked for the country you are sending to, the currency you wish to send in, and the above information. 4. Send the money from your bank via SWIFT and keep a record of the event. If you are receiving money, you will need to collect your bank's SWIFT number for the person sending you money. These SWIFT numbers may differ based on whether you are receiving funds in the US dollars or foreign currency. 2. The world before SWIFT. Before SWIFT, telex was the only available means of message. The world before SWIFT. Before SWIFT, telex was the only available means of message confirmation for international funds transfer, low speed security concerns, and a free message format hampered telex. In other words, telex did not have a unique system of codes like SWIFT to name banks and describe transactions. Telex senders had to describe every transaction in sentences that the receiver interpreted and executed. This led to many human errors as well as slower processing times. According to the London School of Economics, support for a shared network began to achieve institutional form in the late 1960s when the Société Financière Européenne (SFE), a consortium of 6 major banks based in Luxembourg and Paris, initiated a message switching project. To circumvent these problems, the SWIFT system was formed in 1973 with 239 banks in 15 countries. The global network would transfer financial messages in a secure and timely manner as worldwide interbank financial telecommunication, with headquarters in Belgium. SWIFT's messaging services went live in 1977. The SWIFT's messaging services went live in 1977. That's good sentence. SWIFT's messaging system went live in 1977. Swift's messaging services went live in 1977. Why is Swift dominant? By 2022, Swift had expanded to more than 11,000 institutional members from more than 200 countries and territories. Although other message services like Fedwire, Ripple, and clearinghouse interbank payment system chips exist, Swift remains dominant in the market. Success may be attributed to the platform's security and to the fact that it's continually adding new message codes to transmit different financial transactions. In addition, some countries use the International Bank Account Number (IBAN) to identify international bank accounts across national borders. But the US does not participate in IBAN, International Bank Account Number. Although Swift primarily started for simple payment instructions, it now sends various messages, including security, treasury, trade, and system transactions. In Swift's latest report from December 2022, data showed that most Swift traffic is still for payment, 44%, and securities, 41% messages. The remaining traffic flows to treasury, trade, and system transactions. What is a system transactions? I guess bulk transactions using a computer system. Who uses Swift initially, or some kind of standards and rules or triggers, conditions? Who uses Swift? Initially, Swift founders designed the network to facilitate communication about treasury and correspondent transactions only. The robustness of the message format design allowed for the huge scalability, through which Swift gradually expanded to provide services to the following: banks, brokerage institutes and trading houses, securities dealers, asset management companies, clearing houses. We have that, right? No? Depositories, exchanges, corporate business houses, treasury market participants and service providers, individuals or businesses making international wires or money transfers, foreign exchange, and money brokers. Who owns the Swift system? Swift is a member-owned cooperative controlled by its shareholders, certain member financial institutions, representing some firms worldwide. Swift is overseen by the group of 10 countries, G10 central banks. These countries are Belgium, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Netherlands, Sweden, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, and the United States. The European country of Belgium acts as the lead overseer alongside other members such as the U.S. Federal Reserve. Because all countries rely on SWIFT to conduct fast, seamless, secure communication, they are incentivized to remain in good standing with the organization. Central banks oversee SWIFT from group of 10 countries, but it is a neutral organization operating for all its members' benefit. SWIFT services. So Bank of Korea will oversee SWIFT from group of 10 countries. The central banks from group of 10 countries. But it's a neutral organization operating for all its members' benefit. SWIFT services. The SWIFT system offers many services that help businesses and individuals to complete seamless and accurate business transactions. Some of the services offered are listed below. Applications. Swift app connections enable access to various applications, including real-time instruction matching for treasury and forex transactions, banking market infrastructure for processing payment instructions between banks, and securities market infrastructure for processing, clearing, and settlement instructions for payment securities, forex, and derivative transactions. Business intelligence. Swift has recently introduced dashboards and reporting utilities that enable its clients to get a dynamic, real-time view of monitoring the messages, activity, trade flow, and reporting. The reports enable filtering based on region, country, message types, and related parameters. Compliance services aimed at services around financial crime compliance. Swift offers reporting and utilities for Know Your Customer KYC sanctions and anti-money laundering AML. Messaging, connectivity, and software solutions. The core of the Swift business resides in providing a secure, reliable, and scalable network for the smooth movement of messages. Through its various messaging hubs, software, and network connections, Swift offers multiple products and services that enable its end clients to send and receive transactional messages. How does Swift make money? Swift members are categorized into classes based on share ownership. All members pay a one-time joining fee plus annual support charges that vary by member classes. Swift also charges for users for each message based on message type and length. These charges vary depending on the bank's usage volume. Different charge tiers exist for banks generating different message volumes. Swift has also launched additional services as described above, backed by Swift's long history of data. These services include business intelligence, reference data, and compliance services, and offer Swift other income streams. Challenges for Swift. Most Swift clients process huge transactional volumes where manual instruction entry is not practical. The need to automate Swift message creation, processing, and transmission is growing. However, this comes at a cost, an increased operational overhead. Although Swift successfully provides software for automation, that also comes at a cost. Swift may need to tap into these problem areas for most of its client base. Automated solutions within this space may bring new income streams for Swift and keep clients engaged in the long run. Swift and economic sanctions. In recent years, the possible use of Swift membership as a potential economic sanction against members has emerged multiple times. In 2012, for example, the European Union passed a sanction against Iran that compelled Swift to disconnect sanctioned Iranian banks. I will stop here and come back later this afternoon. In 2020, EU Council Regulation EU 833/2014 prohibited SWIFT and other institutional messaging providers from providing services to designated Russian entities and subsidiaries. Based in Belgium, SWIFT must comply with EU regulations. EU Council Regulation EU 65, 2006 prohibited SWIFT from working with designated Belarusian entities and subsidiaries. As a result, both Russian and Belarusian entities were disconnected from SWIFT. Important, SWIFT does not provide services for EU-sanctioned banks from Iran, Russia, Belarus. What is SWIFT in simple terms? Behind most international money and security transfers is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, known as the SWIFT system. SWIFT is a vast messaging network banks and other financial institutions use to quickly, accurately, and securely send and receive information such as money transfer instructions. How important is SWIFT to global finance? SWIFT has become a crucial part of the global financial infrastructure. More than 11,000 global SWIFT member institutions sent an average of 44.8 million messages daily through the network in November 2022. Do all banks use SWIFT? No, in fact, many smaller banks in the US and most credit unions are not members of the SWIFT network. Can banks transfer money without SWIFT? Yes, but doing so relies on slower legacy systems to process the payments, often relying in part on manual settlement. This makes international payments more difficult, slower, costlier, and uncertain. The bottom line, SWIFT has retained its dominant position in the global processing of transactional messages. It has recently forayed into other areas such as offering reporting utilities and data for business intelligence, which indicates its willingness to remain innovative. In the short to mid-term, SWIFT seems poised to continue dominating the market, compete risk-free with $100,000 in virtual cash. Put your trading skills to the test. I think this is advertisement with our free stock simulator. Compete with thousands of Investopia transfers and trade your way to the top. Submit trades in a virtual environment before you start risking your own money. Practice trading strategies so that when you are ready to enter the real market, you've had the practice you need. Try our stock simulator today. So that was the brief introduction to the SWIFT banking system. From this article, we learned such expressions as costlier, the live SWIFT banking went live in 1977, right? EU sanctioned banks from Iran, Russia, North Korea, Belarus, SWIFT. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful Monday.